My question is to the Premier. Speaker, on Labor Day, one day before the start of school, Sudbury families learned that 25 school bus routes have been cancelled. You can only imagine how angry and upset students and parents in Sudbury were when they found out the day before school started. When reached by the Sudbury Star, the Executive Director of the Sudbury Student Services had this to say, Speakers. For some drivers, when they found out that the return would be regular capacity on our school buses, with only children from grade 4 to 12 needing to mask, they decide not to come back. Speaker, if the Conservative back-to-school plan is so amazing, why are so many school bus drivers deciding not to come back to the profession that they love?
To respond, the Minister of Education.
Well, thank you, Speaker. In the province of Ontario, for many, many years, we have faced, in class, this country has faced a shortage of drivers within our schools. This has been a real challenge that the former government, this government faces. What we have done to help counter that trend, given that many of these workers are older, and of course I can appreciate their own considerations and their own health in the context of being in returning to work. We have provided the extension of the driver retention program, a $40 million allocation, essentially a wage enhancement to incentivize these workers to stay. We provided a full suite of PPE, the complete offering of PPE, including face shields and masks. We've provided more latitude for cleaning. In fact, we've mandated a higher standard of cleaning within our buses. We're doing everything we can, working with the Ontario School Bus Drivers Association to ensure that our school bus drivers are there for moms and dads in this province, that ultimately kids can get to class safely each and every day.
The supplementary question.
Thank you, Speaker. The government, in fact, is providing everything but limiting the amount of kids on schools. Speaker, during the first week of school, 25 routes cancelled in Sudbury. Last week, parents found out that 19 bus routes were cancelled. I checked 2 days ago on Saturday, no routes were cancelled. I checked again this morning, 15 school bus routes were cancelled in Sudbury. Imagine the uncertainty for Sudbury families. The root cause of this, Speaker, is school bus drivers don't trust the Conservatives' flawed back-to-school plan. They simply don't, no matter what the minister says. Speaker, the majority of our bus drivers are either vulnerable seniors or parents with preschool-aged children. They want to work. They absolutely want to work, but they can't risk their health or the health of their families. Bus drivers and parents want to know why COVID-19 best practices like social distancing are enforced everywhere but on the school buses that transport our children. Speaker, will the Premier commit today to capping school buses at 50% capacity? That could be the everything that you've done, 50% capacity to better protect students and drivers while preventing the spread of COVID-19.
Minister of Education.
Well, Speaker, we have provided school boards with an additional $75 million in support for transportation, recognizing the difficulty this year especially, but a difficulty that has existed in this country for all provinces and really for all parents for all over a decade. What we have done, Speaker, as I affirmed, is provided route protection funding to the extent possible for school boards that deliver buses and bus transportation to parents, that they have more funding to help backstop them. We've also provided an extension of the driver retention program to help retain these workers within our schools.
Order. Member for Davenport, come to order.
PPE and training for these workers, and we continue to be there for them. It's why just a few weeks ago, the Premier and I announced an additional investment for school bus cleaning. Speaker, we have ensured all layers of prevention are in place. We've also ensured assigned seating within our buses from a contact management process so that could be the integrity of that process is retained when and if these challenges arise. In every area, we follow the public health advice. We'll continue to be there for parents, for school boards, and of course for the children of our province.